Can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness turns tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody, my apologies. I had to make a phone call. Hi y'all. Hello. Welcome to Infamous Channel. Today we're gonna go review some of the things that happened in court today. I have to behave. Let me tell you why I have to behave. I found out some people in the courtroom's been looking at my channel. And I was like, please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. So I have to behave. If I want to act up, I'm going to act up on the membership side. So I have to be good. Hi, y'all. And okay, I want to first give you guys why I did not get my Rule 22 signed. Because the judge said, basically, I put it in too late. I did not meet. Yeah, I knew I would. I did it in that late night, early morning, the same day. So I couldn't pull the wool over the judge's eyes. Let me stop. I did it too late. So it was me. It was my fault. I blame myself that I was not able to live stream it and show it, record it, because I did not do it on time. Okay, so it's my fault. It's all my fault. Okay, so that's why we don't have the video, because you have to do it before 24 hours anytime you want to do a Rule 22. So remember that. Anybody that's doing Rule 22, please get it in way before the 24-hour time frame, because that is part of the compliance. Okay, Tall Glass. She talking about, oh, wow, look at her. Look. Okay, Tall Glass. At least I admit it. I came back to you guys telling you all the truth, okay? I thought it was because of the sensitivity of the case. No, it's because I did not do it on time. I didn't do it on time, okay? Because the guy had made an announcement that we couldn't record and we couldn't take notes. So I went and asked the one of the bailiff. I was like, oh, I can't take notes. She says, you could take notes. And so that's when she went up to the judge and asked the judge about me taking notes. And then that's when he brought up about the Rule 22. Okay. I found out the reason why I didn't get my Rule 22 signed is because I was late. So I confess. Okay. I confess. All right. It's my fault. It's my fault. Blame me. But I'm going to tell you the next case, I've already got my Rule 22 signed. So y'all don't have to worry about that. Got my Rule 22 signed for that guy. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you guys about it. But I got that Rule 22. I just got it back today. Judge signed it, and I'm all set for next week. Okay? So all my Rule 22 from now on, I got to get it way before the time frame. Okay. So now that I got that out the way, the two things, I'm going to be good on this channel, and I'm going to just report the news. I'm going to report the news. I'm not going to act up. I'm still going to have a little, little me in it. I'm still going to have a little my personality in this, okay? So, but I did find out. Somebody came up to me today. They were like, he's not 85. He's about 65. I was like, oops, you've been watching me? I was like, oh my God. So, all right, guys, let's go. Let's get started, because I'm not going to be on here too long, because I got to get to court in the morning, because I have to get up out the house early. So I wanted to tell you guys, today was such an emotional day for this family. Nobody is a winner in this case. Whether he gets found not guilty, whether he's found guilty, nobody wins. This case is it's heartbreaking, because it's so many parts that are hurt and injured by this whole case. Okay. I saw Mr. Steele. Mr. Steele was a beast. It's not that nice Mr. Steele that I know. I was like, oh my God, look at Mr. Steele. Oh, Mr. Steele. Lord have mercy. And I think he frustrated a couple of the jurors. He kind of ticked some of the jurors off, because he was not playing. He was no nonsense with Shelby today. Got so bad that they were going back and forth, kind of like in an argument. And Mr. Steele was not backing down. He got heated, y'all. I wish I could get the camera, could have got the camera so you guys could see Mr. Steele getting heated. Okay. Shelby is back on the stand, and Mr. Steele brings up the video. Okay. One of the videos they played yesterday was a video that Shelby took when the girls are older. Okay. When Emmy, she is, I think, 6, and Ada is Ada, right? She's 3, right? She just did it recently. She did it like in a couple of weeks ago. And in this video, this is the one I was telling you, you can hear her coaching her. Okay. So Mr. Steele started asking her questions about her leading Emmy and her questions, right? And Mrs. Still asked her about some of the stuff that she was leading her with. She says, well, Miss Still was telling her those were your words coming. She was like saying, no, it wasn't her word, it was her daughter's word. And so he says, how do we know that? He says, because in the recording, you're leading. She's like, well, she had already made those statements. Those were her words. He says, we don't know that's her word because it's no recording. She refused to give him her phone because there was some deleted stuff that was on her phone that she did not want him to have. And so he was trying to bring that to the forefront about that, right? So he started off saying that that she knows her daughter, right? She knows her daughter better than anybody else on this earth. She knows everything about her daughter, right? And basically she's the most significant individual in her daughter's life. Anything that the mom would say, the daughter was basically emulate, or this is my word, emulate or take on whatever the mom is saying, because her mom is the most trusting individual in her life. So if her mom is leading with certain type of thing, basically the daughter is going to adapt to it. I'm just giving you my words on that, right? So she says something about not wanting to scare her daughter in some of the things, like if someone else came to ask her, she didn't want them to scare her. So basically she's like coaching her. You get what I'm saying? Coaching her so it doesn't come all at her and make her afraid, right? She says she let her child so she could feel safe, basically. So, she wasn't leading her. These were things that she already said. And she basically was reminding her of what she said. But then Mrs. Steele said, how do we know that? How do we have proof that your daughter said this from the beginning herself? Because in the recording, you don't hear the daughter lead starting off saying this. No, you hear the mom telling her this happened, right? Papa did this, right? Because it was one thing she says, she was talking about like oral sex. And the little girl said that Papa sprayed water on her, and then she asked the little girl, where did the water come from? The little girl said it came from the sink, right? And then she was like, it didn't come from Papa's pee-pee? You get what I'm saying? And then, it was stuff like that she was saying to Emmy, and it was like, and she kept like trying to bring it out, but then she was the one that was leading it. It was really, really, really like strange, right? There was something the little girl said on the tape. The little girl said something about she said, they all touch my tootie. They all touch my tootie. So then Mr. Steele asked her, so did you ask your Emmy who are all of them that touch your tootie? And so I think the little girl had said, Daddy touched my tootie. Somebody else touched my tootie. They all touch my tootie. So Mr. Steele asked her, so did you ask her about her father touching her tootie, right? She says no, she didn't want that. She didn't want to create a false memory for her daughter by asking her about her father touching her tootie, because he would touch it because he'd take her to the bathroom and things like that. So of course her dad would, would be help. It wouldn't be a strange thing that her dad is taking her to the bathroom, or that's not something that she thought of anything that was like a negative connotation or anything sexual, because that's her dad. So that's a safe touch. It's not a touch like her grandpa doing it. You know what I mean? And then they talk about she's with her not with the false narrative and stuff like that. Mr. Steele brought out that before Shelby husband talked to his daughter about Papa touching her tootie, she had a conversation with her in the car. She recorded, like she coached her what to say. So when her dad came home, when Chris came home, she was skipping around the house and she says, "Papa touched my tootie," and I'm telling the truth. She was skipping. It was like not a serious thing. She was just, jumping around in the house and skipping around and saying, "Papa touched my tootie." So then her dad took her outside to ask her. And then she told him the same thing about Papa touched my tootie. Now, he had not even asked her about whether or not Papa touched her tootie. She was running around the house when he first came into the house. That's all she said. So Mrs. Steele was basically saying that the mom, did you basically prep her to saying that when he hadn't even asked her about that? And she said it more lighthearted. It wasn't like something serious, So that's what he was saying. So, and that was right after they left the sheriff office that she did that, right? Then he went in and asked her about Investigator Alfred. Investigator Alfred is the one that told them about the test result. They never actually saw the test result themselves. They went by what he said about that her injuries, how bad were her injuries and things like that, and from the test results. Okay. So Shelby got very defensive. She was saying, "Suppose that did you see that the report said there was normal? There was nothing happened to her, to the child." And she says, "No, it's not possible," because she knows something happened because she saw her child's, private part, right? Dom, I gave you. Hold on. Dom, when I came back, Dom, I gave you your props. I came back and gave you your props. Did I not give Dom his props, y'all? I gave Dom and I gave SSS their props. Did I not? I gave Dom and SSS their props because those are the two that said was like gung ho that could be there was a reason why Mr. Steele took it. Yes, I thank you, Kim. I gave him their props. I gave him their prop because I was wrong. I was definitely wrong, and I gave him their prop. I gave you a prop. You just was not here. You just was not here, and I gave you guys your prop. But she's not a disgruntled ex. She's not a disgruntled ex. They still married. Okay, but let me tell you some stuff that happened. And there's no winners in this case. There's no win. I saw so much pain. I saw his son on the stand because Chris came and he got on the stand, y'all. I saw him crying. I mean, real bawling tears coming out his eyes about, the whole thing. Like he trusted his father and this happened, and now he's so angry that he's not even willing to listen to the results of the forensics examination. He's not even willing to listen now because he's so angry. He's so hurt by this. And let me just go back. And it was like, it's so much hurt. I'm just going to tell you, so much hurt. Okay. I understand where Shelby's coming from, because there is some trauma in her life that she had. I'm assuming she might have experienced, because Mrs. Steele brought out the whole thing with with her father. Her father, he asked her about her father being in her life, and he's not in her life. And remember I told you yesterday, same thing, accusation happened with her dad. And also her mom, a situation happened where her mom was accused of stealing, and she was raised by her grandparents. So it's a lot of trauma that she's going through. And remember, Chris, he was very close to his parents. She didn't have a relationship with her parents. So Mrs. Steele brought up, was it jealousy? Kobe. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Kobe's laying there still, and I was like, okay, what's up? Okay, you can lay back there. I'm sorry. Sorry. I was just wondering, is he okay? Because he's laying there stiff. But anyway, she didn't have a relationship with her parents. Chris had this great relationship with his dad. I mean, that was his best friend. They both said that was his best friend, you know. So he did not want to believe this about his father. But then when the investigator told him, which the investigator lied, y'all, the investigator lied. The investigator lied. The report did not say that, because Mr. Steele got ready to bring the report up. But I don't even think Chris was even willing to even hear, because Mr. Steele asked him, will you be here for in the next couple of days for to the end of the trial? Because I think they're going to bring up the expert. Well, the expert came in today, but she couldn't get on the stand because Mr. Steele's cross-examination of Shelby took a long time. So she had childcare issues. She had to pick up her daughter, so she had to leave. So tomorrow morning they're going to bring them the forensic expert. She's going to come back, and she's going to discuss what, the findings and stuff like that. But when Mr. Steele, he was not a nice man. He was not the nice man that we all know, y'all. Mr. Steele was a beast. He was kind of mean, y'all. But he has a job to do, y'all. I don't think he wants to know the truth. You know what the thing is? Okay, let me tell you. Okay. When Chris confronted his father, because, his father's old school, y'all. When I say old school that, emotionless. Chris wanted him to have some emotion, cry like he cries, right? But the dad is not that type of man. He's a man's man. You know how those roughneck men, show no emotion. It's all business. Boom, 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 boom. He shows you how he loves you by spending time with you, showing you, helping you to invest. And they had so many businesses together. They did a lot of things together. They spent time. They went fishing. That was their relationship. That type. They were tight. So when he's coming to him and telling him his baby is saying that you did this, what he goes and say to him is like, okay, I'm gonna read exactly the quote that Chris said that his dad said to him. He says to him, every time you have a problem, right? You study your problem, and then you find a solution to your problem. Then he says, your babies are going to be fine. Then he tells them, I wouldn't do something stupid like that. Okay? But when he first came to him, the father, when he first came to the father, telling him what Emmy says that he did to his daughter, the father says, well, basically, how are we going to divide everything? How are we going to divide this bit? all the assets. How we gonna divide it? He was so like, he was hurt by his son coming to him and saying that, but he didn't want to show any emotion behind this. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? It was like Chris was looking for him to feel what he's feeling, and he trusts his father. He knew his father. He knew his father well enough to say, no, my dad didn't do this, right? But when the investigator lied and said that, the test result says that this, he was like, I'm gonna kill him. That he's gonna put him on, he was gonna F and kill him, he said, right? So, y'all, it is so much. And then the mom, when I met her in the bathroom, she's the sweetest thing ever. His mom, Janet, she is so sweet. And I'm like, she's like Leave It to Beaver type of mom lady. And it's like, it's crazy. It's and then you see so many, and you see one side is her side. They angry at her because everybody, that side totally believe he did it, right? But one thing I remember Chris said, right? He says, if you're gonna investigate my father, investigate Shelby's grandfather. Y'all hear what I'm saying? He told them investigate Shelby's grandfather. So there is some sort of trauma that Shelby went through. That's the reason why she's the way she is. So, I mean, and Shelby is beautiful. I mean, just sweet lady, sweet. But there's so much hurt between all of them, y'all. It's so much hurt, so much pain. And I don't know if they're ever going to recover from this. Nobody wins. The kids don't even have their grandmother or know their grandfather anymore. Chris don't have a dad anymore. Shelby and Chris has gotten closer, and she got him to herself. They talked about Mrs. Steele brought out about Shelby being jealous of Christopher and his dad's relationship. Y'all, all I can say is just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's very emotional. Hey, Lisa. It was very emotional. Very, very much emotional. And I talked to his aunt, Mr. McDuffie's aunt, talked to her. He just lost his mom. He lost his mom. He lost his sister. So he's the only one around now. He doesn't have his son. He doesn't really have his daughter. He has his job. He's still working, y'all. He still got his job. But his wife don't have anything. Don't have the grandbabies. Don't have anybody anymore. She used to take care of Samuel's mom, but she's deceased now. So she's alone. She doesn't have anybody. It's sad. It's a very, very sad situation. Sad. And God can work miracles. You can repair some. And I talked to Sam's aunt, and she was saying that when he was in jail the first couple of days, there was 5 individuals that he led to Christ while he was in jail. It's very hard. It's a very hard situation. And you could tell the hurt that Chris had because he put a wall. So what's Steele's argument? What do you mean what's Steele's argument? Other than the investigator lied, gave false information to the parents because they got the report. The report, it was a lie. The investigator lied. No, it didn't have. You got to go listen to the my live. You got to go listen to the live because I'm not gonna repeat. Dom trying to ask y'all. Dom trying to get the answer, y'all. Dom's trying to get the answer, y'all. So he's gonna have to watch the lives because we talked about what happened and all that. We talked about that, so he's gonna have to go back and give us a view because I'm not gonna repeat myself. But okay, Dom. Dom is talking about he knew it. Okay, Dom. We got okay. We okay, Dom. Okay. I gave you your props, okay? Okay. Now this is what Chris was very much concerned about. He wanted it to be discreet. He wanted it to be discreet. It's hard. It's when I tell you guys this, the pain. Oh, let me show you what the Chris and his wife look like. Hold on. Let me show you what they look like, y'all. Hold on. This is what Chris and his wife look like. This is them. Hold on. Hold on a second. That's them right there. That's them. That's her. Beautiful young lady. Real pretty. That's them together. Yep, that's them together. So they very beautiful family now. All of them are nice looking. His mom, all of them are nice looking. That beautiful family. Beautiful. They're beautiful family. Beautiful. But it's just a sad situation. Very sad. Very sad. And their support on both sides. The courtroom was crying, y'all. They were crying, and it's very emotional. Very emotional. But Steele was a beast, man. That man was like, I was like, oh Jesus, look at Mr. Steele. Oh my God, he's just going in, and then he was not going. They were going back and forth. Him and that girl. Him and Shelby was like going back and forth at one time, and Judge had to just stop, basically stop both of them. Oh my God, it was bad. And then when he started bringing in the part about her dad and her mom and about her being raised by her grandparent, it was Steele, man, when I tell you Steele can go throw some dirt, y'all. Steele can throw some dirt, and he does his research, he does his homework. He can throw some dirt. And he was going in on her. He was going in and telling her that, you were leading this child. You put these ideas on this child's head. You did this. Does it feel like he will get convicted? No. Doesn't feel it at all. I mean, but let me tell you. Now, I told Mr. Steele, some of these jurors don't like you. I told him, I said, some of these jurors don't like you because you just see their face, y'all. Some of those jurors don't like him. Because the way he was going at that girl, oh, Lord have mercy. No, and I agree with you, Dom. He has morals and standards. He some of those jurors, I'm telling you, well, there's one juror I was looking at her, I was like, that woman do not. I mean, she had that mean mug face on her. I was like, Mr. Steele said this is not a time to be nice. That's what he told me. This is not a time to be nice. He had a job to do, y'all. He has a job to do. And it was not a time to be nice. I was like, Mr. Steele, some of these jurors don't like you. Oh gosh. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, remember, I'm gonna give it to you raw and truth and uncut, okay? Raw, truth, and uncut. I'm just gonna tell y'all like it is, He poked a lot of holes in Shelby's stories, y'all. He really poked it. He really made her look like a bad guy. But you gotta understand where she comes from. We don't know the history behind why she feels the way she feels of protecting her kids the way you never know what she went through, You don't know. And that's why she's such a mama bear about her children. I mean, y'all, it comes with the territory, especially if she has not been healed. So has the local news, the only thing that reported is when he got arrested. Renette, when he got arrested is when the local news took it. And I asked his aunt about, how is he handled. See, and he's so like tough. He's like Teflon tough type of attitude. He's hurting, but he doesn't want to express his hurt. Okay, what I'm saying? He'll rather talk about business and this and being the tough guy instead of like crying and saying, okay, I feel pain. He hides himself inside his work. This is what I see. This is what I see by asking different people questions about this whole case. And I mean, it's a lot of hurt. It's a lot of hurt, a lot of hurt, a lot of hurt. And I feel bad for them. When Chris got up there and when Mr. Steele said to him about you had a good life, and he says, I have a good life now. And he's hurting too. He's hurting. All of them are hurting. A lot of pain. This is like, because Chris even says this is, let me read some of the stuff, because I'm going to read some of my notes, see what I said. Hold on a second. Okay, Chris said when he came into the room when they was doing the forensics thing, and he saw the cameras up there, and he says he didn't want this to be public. And he warned Shelby. He told her that if this is not true, that she was going to be homeless, she was going to be he warned her about it being slander of his father, right? And he felt that this is a very, very sensitive subject, and that it would ruin someone. It would ruin his father's life. And if she lied that she was going to be homeless, childrenless, and then they played a recording when the investigator was talking to Chris and talking to Shelby and he told him that the report showed that the children were damaged. And Shelby laughed because now it's finally that Chris believes her. But the investigator lied. He never showed them the report. Mr. Steele got ready to show him the report, but they have to wait because they have to let the expert comes in first. She couldn't testify, so he couldn't bring, because really Chris is supposed to come in after the inspector, the forensics expert comes in. So he had to hold off from showing him the evidence of that it came back that the girls' hymens are intact and there was no sexual abuse, that the children was normal. So investigator lied because the investigator said they were going to get Samuel's ass. And remember, the brother works for the sheriff's department, the brother of Shelby's sister, the husband of Shelby's sister worked for the sheriff's department. So, but it is, and I'm wondering the grandpa, because when Chris mentioned the grandfather getting the test done, and I'm wondering if Shelby was abused by her grandfather, because she wasn't living with her mom, she wasn't living with her dad. Well, she lived with her mom a short time, and she moved on and started living with her grandparents, but she wasn't. How long is okay? The case tomorrow. The state rests. The state's supposed to rest tomorrow, and Mr. Steele's supposed to start tomorrow. Mr. Steele, they said no later than Wednesday. No later than Wednesday. But the sad thing is, guess what, y'all? Wednesday, I don't think I'm going down there because I'm gonna go there late. I'm gonna just miss the morning session because I have Rule 22 that I put in for that other case that I'm doing on the second. The second is when? Thursday or Wednesday? The first is okay. The second is Thursday. Okay, so I will be there on Wednesday. So they're supposed to rest. So, but this case, I wish if I didn't mess up, I would have had it on. I would have been live streaming it, or I would have been recording it and bringing it to you guys. But because I messed up, sorry guys, I messed up real bad. But the next case, when Mr. Steele do, I won't mess up. Okay, I promise I won't mess up. Next case, he had one in DeKalb County. I could have did that one, but Mr. Steele told everybody that in that courtroom that I follow his cases. I follow all his cases. So he introduced me to people. His wife is there, Colette. She's there helping him. So, as I was saying, this case is rough. It's a tough case. But tomorrow the defense is supposed to rest. They already got to get top of it. So this is what grades. I know, Dom. But remember, y'all. Listen to this. Remember, the reason why I didn't put it in because I didn't think I was going. Y'all. That's why I didn't put it in. And I remember I was up late at night trying to get it in. It was a little too late. And I thought he wasn't going to let me do it anyway because of the content. But he says he's not a stickler about the Rule 22. It's just that, I was late. I didn't do it timely. That's what he said. It was not put in timely. So, oh well. But I know from now on to make sure I do it within 48 hours. I'm not going to play with them. If a case is starting, I have to boom, 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 get it in there. I got my next 3 cases. I got all my Rule 22s in already for my next 3 cases. Okay. No, it's definitely not going to be his last case. I'm going to do all his cases, the ones in Georgia especially. Somebody told me I need to go out there if it's found out the man is innocent, the woman needs to be charged for the child's sake. Hope that's not true. Oh, Lord. Well, once they see that report, if that report comes out that the child is normal, if the report comes out the child is normal, then y'all can't be so mean. But you know what? I don't know, y'all. That's a tough thing. That's a tough thing. I don't know, y'all. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I don't know, Katie. Katie, I don't know. That's a tough. This case is very much. That's why you gotta be careful. I don't know. And the thing is, so many. Because when I first heard this case, right, when I heard the children's age, and I thought, I was like, oh my God, that is terrible. Oh my God, why would Mr. Steele take this case? Blah 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 blah. I was like, but then when I found out and started listening and being in the courtroom, and I was like, but remember, you can indict a ham sandwich. That's what they say. You can indict a ham sandwich. That means it's only one-sided, and you don't hear everything until you get the cross-examination. Yeah, and that's a tough lie. Because I even asked his aunt. I asked Mr. McDuffie's aunt about how is he handling, how is his work? Did he get fired? Or, no, he's still working. And he's the president of the bank. Can you imagine having that kind of stigma on you? Can you imagine that? Oh, Gloria said, Katie, 100%. I have a family member through marriage did that to her cousin because she wanted to take her daughter from her. So now her blank got to go to court for lying. Oh gosh, this is the worst and wrong. It is. Exactly, because if he's the president of the bank, that means he's been there for a substantial amount of time, which means they trust him, and he didn't do it. Yeah. But the answer that he gave his son was so like cold, because basically he's like, you don't trust me. And he told him your babies are gonna be fine. And so he was angry with his father. His father was angry with him, and he says, "You listen to that bitch." And this is the Sunday school teacher. He said, "You listen to that bitch." Because remember him. Oh, Dom, I forgot to tell you, him and the daughter-in-law did not like each other. They didn't like each other. They were cordial to each other. They didn't like each other. They just tolerate one another. But and you should have seen, I mean, his son was bawling his eyes out, and they were crying. There's so many people was crying in that courtroom today. So many people. And her side of the family wants to crucify the man. It is the worst. That messing with children, that's the worst thing you can do. That is a bad thing. A babies too? What is he charged with? Hold on, Dom. Let me show you what he's charged with. Hold on, y'all. They already the prosecution already put in their thing for the hold on. You see, Mr. Steele got his thing for notice for expert testimony in here, and he even got Shelby's dad on the witness list, y'all. He got Shelby's dad on the witness list, so you know it's gonna go down. He got Shelby's dad on the witness list. Ooh, because remember they said she accused him of the same thing before. It's alleged. But it said Shelby's dad is on the witness list. I saw the witness list. Hold on, let me show you what he's charged with. Hold on. Hold on. He's charged with aggravated child child M. Got ready to say it. Aggravated child M, aggravated S battery, and cruelty to children. They no process the cruelty to children, kept the molestation. He kept all the 3 molestations. They did give him bond, so he was only in jail for a couple of days. He went to jail. He got arrested on 5/20. They gave him bond in 6/9, I think. Yeah. You wish you could be where? How many counts? 4 counts. Well, so, okay. Is there the courtroom? Is they're in the courtroom? Huh? Oh, you say you wish you could be there in the courtroom. Okay, the therapist knew 10 minutes of the being there with her that she called hers. Yeah. Man, Gloria, that's terrible. But there are a lot of women out there lying like that, y'all. There's a lot of women lying like that. So tomorrow the state rests, and they already have their let me show you guys what they have. They have their jury charge on here already. Look. Well, that's the expert testimony. That's Mr. Steele asking for the expert testimony. Forensics concerning interview, counseling, outcries of children, specifically focusing on the fact that of this case potentially influence of children, coaching, suggestibility, and outcries of the alleged victim in the above referenced case. Ooh. Mr. McDuffie put in the honor and the parties on notice that the name of the expert who will be called as a witness for Mr. McDuffie at the upcoming trial. So they bring in a witness about children being coached. Mm, 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 mm. Shows the following. Dr. Matthew Siebel will be called as an expert witness in the above referenced trial concerning any and all medical, objective, scientific findings concerning any of the alleged victims' physical examination in combination with their supposed claim of sexual abuse. See curriculum vitae of Dr. Matthew Siebel attached. Moreover, Dr. Mary Huffman. Oh, there's another one. He calling two. He calling Dr. Mary Huffman will be called as an expert witness in the above reference case concerning the science and research involving evolution of outcries and sexual abuse and forensic interviews, suggestibility of a child by people in power, coaching analysis of all the facts, interview, forensic and otherwise, related to all outcries by all of the alleged victim in this case. All right, Mr. Steele, y'all. He's bringing in the experts. He's bringing in the experts. Well, we will see tomorrow. Tomorrow, the states will rest. The state will call on Janet tomorrow. Janet is Chris's mom. So he got Janet and he got the forensic expert coming in, and then they're gonna bring in the what was it? Because Mr. Steele is bringing witnesses in tomorrow. Bringing witnesses for his case. He's not playing. So, guys, it is my time to take my butt to bed. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I should be going live in the morning. Shout out to Rosie for my Cash App this morning. Shout out to Coco for my Venmo. And if you guys want to sew and want to support this channel, here is how you can do that. Here is my boom through these means right here. That's how you can support us bringing you boots on the ground information. Okay. So I believe lying on someone for such a terrible crime is unacceptable, but there is a world in which this man actually did what there is a world in which this man actually did what he's accused of. Huh? There is a world in which this man actually did what he's accused of. What world is that? I'm confused. You double talking, Marcus. Marcus, you're double talking. Is it, did he do it or did he not? What are you saying? Oh, it was a question. Okay, it was a question. Of course, everything is a possibility of whether or not he did it, right? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Anything's a possibility. All right, I'm about to go, y'all. Guys, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for your time. Okay? Night, night, everybody. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Good night.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars.